Yeah, that was a great win for the team. It was sort of a bounce back. It was great to see the pitchers do so well and just get some clutch hits. So, I mean, it's really good to get some momentum going into Vandy this weekend.
What's the approach heading into Vanderbilt? It's going to be a lot of, everybody was talking about the Mississippi State pitching staff, and the Vanderbilt pitching staff has the two big names at the top. Is the approach of we embrace that challenge? Like, kind of what's the approach?
I mean, we're just going to take it pitch by pitch. I mean, we're going to just try to do our best to, hit the fastballs, hit the breaking balls, just do what we can do, control what we control, and hopefully get some clutch hits and come out on top.
Do you like that going up against possibly two of the top 10 picks in the draft? Does it make it more of exciting?
I mean, a little bit. I mean, obviously they have incredible stuff, but I mean, I think it's just another game, another pitcher. So hopefully we can just get our swings off and come out on top.
Okay, really all this last weekend, the problem wasn't you guys getting on base. It was, getting you guys home once you got on base. I mean, just, talk about maybe what was said over the last 24, 48 hours about just, how you guys can improve in that area. And it obviously resulted in a big performance tonight.
I mean, yeah, we just haven't, we lacked in, getting that one big hit, one clutch hit. And I mean, we just kind of stuck to our plan. Eddie Smith has done a great job with, sticking to what we believe. And, we really embrace it, and it really worked out today. So I don't think we really changed anything. We just came up in the big situations and executed.
You, of course, that double was one of those big situations. What was kind of going through your mind as you walked up to the plate there with the bases loaded in the second inning?
I mean, I was really confident. I had just missed a base hit my first at bat, so I was ready to go up there, and contribute to help the team win. So I'm just thankful that I got a pitch that I could handle and executed for the team.
Coach, talked with us yesterday just about how frustrated everybody was in the program. I mean, just I don't know how much you can take us into it, but just the bus ride home and just what kind of conversations were had amongst you guys about how to just kind of flush this last weekend and kind of get back on track, because you obviously welcome the number one team in the country this weekend.
Yeah, I mean, like I said earlier, we had base runners, we had opportunities, we just kind of lacked the clutch hit. So I mean, the bus ride home, obviously we didn't do what we wanted to do, but we stayed positive and we looked to fast forward to this game, and we're just worried about taking it one game at a time. So that's pretty much what we're doing.
Kind of the feeling after what happened in Tennessee and, the bus ride back and that kind of stuff was that, we just need to get right back on track. Flush what happened last weekend and just move on. It was obviously not our best weekend and couldn't come up in any of the games. But I think the most important thing was to flush that, get back on track with this big win right here and get ready for the weekend against a really good team.
How much did, getting to end up, winning in sort of a blowout fashion, how much did that help flush things and help refocus before Vanderbilt?
I think that was a huge part. Being able to have the hitters hit like that and hit a couple bombs and get their minds right and have the pitchers come out of the bullpen and throw strikes and compete up there was a huge thing. So I think that's a big deal coming into this weekend against a number one team. They're obviously a great team, but so are we. So I think we're gonna be good this weekend.
Coach was just telling us when you guys aren't allowing those free passes, you do very well and you don't allow a whole lot of runs. But it just seems like every time you guys allow a walk or a string of walks, it just leads to runs every time. I mean, just how much has that been stressed with the pitching staff over the last 48 hours? And obviously you guys took it to heart tonight because you only allowed 2 walks and 4 hits. Just talk about that.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. That's always been a thing since you're little. Free passes on the bases lead to runs. When we lost, I think there was a game when if we walked a leadoff guy in an inning that he scored every time. So that's a huge thing to keep those guys off base. Obviously, but I think we did take that to heart tonight, like you said, and with those 2 walks and getting back on track and gaining some confidence up there on the mound with everybody, the whole staff. I think that was a big time thing.
Yeah, I mean, we just weren't, doing the little things, scoring the guys that we needed to at certain times. We had too many guys in scoring position and not scoring runs. So, I mean, it was a good day today, to bounce back from this weekend and get a good victory under our hands and, feeling comfortable into this weekend.
Yeah, for you personally, you've obviously been bouncing back and forth the last couple of weeks from the leadoff spot to the 3-hole. I mean, I'm curious, just what's the difference? I mean, Coach mentioned that you're seeing a lot more off-speed pitches in the 3-hole. I mean, just for you, what has been the biggest adjustment and just kind of trying to adjust, I guess, to being the 3-hole hitter as opposed to the leadoff guy?
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, yeah, like you said, definitely seeing more off speeds and more changeups, more curveballs. But my approach doesn't really change at all. I'm trying to be as aggressive as I can, trying not to get into 2 strike counts. Try and hit everything before the first strike is kind of what I take into my approach. But yeah, just going out there and being the same guy, no matter if I'm lead off or batting in the 3-hole.
Do you feel like you're gaining confidence in both? I mean, obviously you started off like gangbusters in the leadoff spot, but do you feel like you're kind of gaining confidence in that 3-hole now?
Yeah, definitely gaining some confidence there. Obviously I don't have many RBIs, but like I said, I'm gonna be the same guy in the leadoff spot as I am in the 3-hole. But I'm definitely gaining confidence as the games go forward.
What went right for you guys in that big inning to start at the beginning of the game?
I'm sorry, what was that?
What went right for you guys at that big inning at the start of the game when you guys had the bases loaded?
Just doing the little things, really scoring, getting big hits, moving guys over when we can. That was our big issue this past weekend. Not scoring those guys. You saw in the first inning, I didn't produce when the guy was in scoring position, but I had a guy right behind me who produced and scored that run. So, I mean, this team is, from the leadoff guy to the 9-hole, is very special.
Dylan, you mentioned not having so many RBIs. I get mostly because you're in the leadoff spot most of the season. You end up with season high 4 tonight. I mean, is that purely just a byproduct of where you are in the lineup, and how did it feel to contribute that much offensively?
It felt great. Obviously, roles kind of change as you move around in the lineup. As a leadoff, I'm trying to get on and score runs, be a good base runner, get on base and score runs. But it was good. It was good to get my RBIs in today as a 3-hole and do my job. And that was to score runs. So it felt good.
What was the mentality that y'all had coming into this game, and did it change at all after a win?
We were just shaking off last weekend. I mean, we had a really rough last weekend, but we shook it off and gave it all we got today, and left everything out on the field.
Just in case we don't get to talk to you tomorrow, have you ever faced Leiter or Rocker, and if so, what was it like doing that in high school?
I have not faced them. I've played with them before throughout events and tournaments, but I've never faced them at all.